Good morning. Hey, hope you're having a great week. I want to share some things that I picked up from Paul David Tripp in his book, New Morning Mercies. It's from February 3rd. I don't normally follow the dates real well. The opening line says, God's grace not only provides you with what you need, but also transforms you into what He in wisdom created you to be. Just kind of let that marinate for a moment, what God created you to be. I can honestly say that since making the decision to follow Jesus, that my life has gone multiple directions that I did not anticipate when I was a teenager, but I can't help but to think it's what I was supposed to do. And that God the way He wires each of us just a little differently. And so I'm very grateful that I found that my life got on track as early as it did. And just very, very grateful for that. So what is it that you need the most? Tripp asks. And he says, no, it's not that girl or that guy or that new car or that new house you've got your eye on. You know, it's just amazing. I think of a new car, like that new car smell. I think they even sell new car smell. You can buy it and spray it in there. But you know, you get a new car and it's like, you just think, oh, my life's going to be different now. But it's really not. Your car's different, but your life really isn't different. The biggest need that you have and that I have is a fully restored relationship with God. That's what you're created for. You were created to have a significant, meaningful connect with God and to allow Him to work through you and to recreate you now to be who He intended you to be. But often we have our own ideas of what we think that we should be. And a lot of times it's not exactly what God has in mind. But our lives were meant to be shaped by love for God and to worship Him. Here's another little factoid, little truth that's so important. We were hardwired to worship. And so we will worship something or someone. Sometimes we don't have to look that far. We just look in the mirror and it's like, there's the person that I worship. But we're created ultimately to worship God. Now, some people would say, well, that's egotistical. God created us, so we would worship Him. But He gave us free will, and we do not have to choose to worship Him. But it's really a divine invitation. There's a verse, I believe it's Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 5, and it talks about a concept, and that is that whatever we worship, we will become like. In that case, they were worshiping worthless idols, and they were becoming more and more worthless. But God invites us to worship Him, and in the process, we become more wise, we become more compassionate, we become more forgiving. All the attributes of God begin to become ours. So, as great as a miracle it is that sinners like ourselves can be saved by grace, can be restored by God, He knows that there's something else that must be addressed. Sin not only left us separated from God, but damaged. And I understand it better with each passing week, month, year, that God got damaged goods, but He knew He was getting damaged goods. And here is a really cool verse. It is from Romans 8:29. The verse before it says that God causes all things to work together for the good to them that love God and are called according to His purpose. Now, good in that context doesn't mean necessarily you're going to win the lottery or something like that, because the next verse explains it. For those whom He foreknew, He also predestined to be conformed to the image of His Son. The good that God wants to do in your life is to make you more and more like Jesus. And don't get too scared by that whole predestined thing. The best way I can put it is you have a free will, but when you give your life to Jesus, He allows everything that goes great and everything that goes wrong to be used to make you more like Himself. I hope this is an encouragement to you. God has a great, great plan for your life, and I hope you can grab onto it more and more. God bless you. Have a great week.